No one in this town ever spoke about the night the river stopped flowing, but that was the night everything changed. Maple Creek was a place the map almost forgot. A thin gray line for a highway passed it by, and if you blinked at the wrong moment, you missed the sign completely. Population, 1,842. One high school. One grocery store. One church that had been rebuilt 3 times after 3 different fires. People here believed in routine, in tradition, and in the comforting idea that nothing truly bad ever happened in a town this small. That belief died the morning Anna Whitmore came back. She hadn't planned to return. 10 years in Seattle had built her a new life, a new name, a new distance from the memories she had buried. But when the call came telling her that her mother had collapsed in the middle of the grocery store and never stood up again, the past opened its arms and pulled her home. The bus dropped her at the edge of town just after sunset. The air smelled the same wet earth, pine trees, and river water. Maple Creek's river ran straight through the center, wide and slow, the reason the town existed at all. As a child, Anna had believed it was alive. She used to whisper secrets into it, trusting it to carry them away. Now it felt like it was waiting for her. Her childhood house still stood at the end of Pine Road, lights glowing softly through lace curtains. Inside, everything felt smaller. Her mother's favorite chair sat empty. Photographs lined the hallway, frozen moments of smiles that would never happen again. That first night, exhaustion dragged Anna into sleep before grief could catch her. She woke to silence. Not the peaceful kind. The wrong kind. No wind in the trees. No insects. No distant hum of cars. Even the old clock in the hallway had stopped ticking. Then she heard it. Water, moving backward. She sat up slowly, heart pounding. Through her open window came a sound she had never heard before, a deep, heavy pull, like the river was inhaling. At exactly 2:17 a.m. the town's emergency siren wailed. It only ever sounded for fires or floods. Anna ran outside with half the neighborhood. People stood barefoot on porches, faces pale in the red flashing lights. Everyone turned toward the river. It wasn't flowing. It was frozen. Not with ice. With stillness. The entire river had stopped moving, as if time itself had been paused in its current. Someone whispered, "That's impossible." And then a voice answered from the crowd, trembling. It happened before. The next morning, the river flowed again as if nothing had happened. The siren was explained away as a malfunction. The mayor blamed unusual currents. People tried to laugh it off. But Anna noticed something no one else did. On the muddy bank beneath the old bridge, a single wet footprint faced upstream. Walking out of the river. Later that day, Anna visited the small cemetery where her mother now rested. She stood quietly, fingers brushing the cool stone, whispering all the apologies she never had time to say. That was when an old woman approached her. "You're Evelyn's girl," the woman said. Anna nodded. She knew this day would come, the woman whispered. She tried to stop it. Before Anna could ask what she meant, the woman walked away, disappearing between the headstones. That night, the siren screamed again. 2:17 a.m. The river stopped. And this time, someone went missing. A teenage boy named Lucas Miller vanished from his bedroom. The window was open. His shoes were gone. His footprints led straight toward the river, and ended at the water's edge. Fear wrapped itself around Maple Creek. Sheriff Daniel Brooks, who had once taught Anna to ride a bike, came to her house the next day. Your mother left you something, he said gently, handing her a small wooden box. Inside was an old cassette tape labeled in her mother's handwriting, for Anna, when it begins again. Her hands shook as she played it. Her mother's voice filled the room, tired but steady. Anna, if you're hearing this, then the river has started taking again. I'm sorry I never told you the truth. I was trying to protect you. The tape hissed softly. 40 years ago, 5 children drowned here in one summer. They said it was an accident. But it wasn't. The river didn't take them, the town did. Anna's breath caught. People made a deal, her mother continued. They believed if they gave the river what it wanted, the town would be spared. And it worked. No floods. No disasters. Prosperity. A long pause. But the river doesn't forget. And it doesn't forgive. Anna stopped the tape, shaking. That night, she followed the river. Moonlight silvered the water as she walked along the bank. The town slept behind her, unaware of how close it stood to something ancient and angry. At 2:17, the siren sounded. The river stopped. And the water began to rise, upward. Shapes formed beneath the surface. Pale faces. Small hands pressing against an invisible wall. Anna fell to her knees. A voice whispered from the river, not loud, but clear. 5 for 5. The debt renews. She understood then. 5 children had died long ago. Now 5 more were owed. Anna ran to the church, pounding on the doors until Sheriff Brooks and the mayor arrived. She played them the tape. She showed them the footprints, the marks, the names carved faintly into the bridge's stone pillars. At first, they denied it. Then the river stopped again. And another child vanished. Panic broke the town open. The truth spilled from old mouths and shaking hands. The deal had been made by the founders. Sacrifices chosen by lottery. Accidents arranged. Records burned. Anna stood before the town council in the old gymnasium, voice breaking but strong. It ends tonight, she said. Or this town dies with its secrets. Together, they went to the river at midnight. The water rose again, faces watching. Anna stepped forward. My mother tried to protect me, she said softly. But I'm not here to give you another child. She dropped the cassette into the water. And I'm not here to bargain. She told the truth out loud. All of it. The deal. The names. The murders. The silence. As the last confession left her lips, the river began to shake. The water roared for the first time in decades. The faces faded. And slowly, the current began to move forward again. By morning, the missing children were found wandering near the forest, confused but alive. The town leaders were arrested. The dam was dismantled. The secrets were finally written into history. Weeks later, Anna stood on the bridge one last time before returning to Seattle. The river flowed freely now, bright and gentle. She whispered into it like she had as a child. Thank you for letting them go. The water rippled softly, as if answering. Maple Creek would never be the same. But for the first time, it was honest. And Anna finally understood what her mother had tried to teach her all along: some towns survive by hiding the truth. But only the brave ones survive by telling it.